I think Ludwig.
What? Ludwig. Sorry, I mispronounced his name. What's up with him? Why everyone hates Ludwig? I thought that he was well loved. What happened? What is everything?
Ludwig is a liar. I think he's a snake, and I think he would throw anybody under the bus to avoid a hate threat of his own.
Damn. He didn't hold back. Holy shit.
Damn, cue the fight scene.
Yeah, bro, I have been living under a rock for 2 weeks. I have no idea what's going on. I just see that the big boys, the big millionaire boys are having a drama. Yeah, but have you considered the Tectone is bald? Yeah, and not only he has the gamer dent. True. Bald instant loss? Okay, that's fair, but also consider gamer subs. It's a solid point. Also, he drinks root beer. Okay, that's kind of gross, not gonna lie.
Well, guys, it's officially official that the internet hates Ludwig.
Damn.
People are hating on him from platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and even his own YouTube comment section.
I am blinded. I am so blinded.
And today, we're going to talk about why. But before we continue, I want to show you something disturbing. Your phone number, past addresses, even stuff you thought was private, all listed without your permission.
Thank you. That's fine. I will live. Thank you. I don't even have a credit score, but thank you. I will survive.
Ludwig invites a no-alcoholic to a drinking party and encouraging his drinking only to throw him under the bus the next day after he did some inappropriate things while blackout drunk.
Oh shit. He made content out of him. Oh, poor dude.
Called Beerio Kart. And it's an event where people there are drinking beer and playing the video game Mario Kart. And I'm not gonna lie, I originally thought...
Is this AI generated? I looked at it and at first I was, suspicious.
Thought Ludwig came up with this event, but then I went on Reddit and saw some guy talking about it from 15 years ago. Like, that's
shit.
a little crazy. Anyways, during this drinking game / gaming event, Ludwig invited a bunch of his friends, with one of them in particular called Mango, basically being an alcoholic. And I'm not saying he's an alcoholic because I watched a WestJet video and saw him humping a chair that Cinna was on.
As you should normally, just casually humping the chair in the corner. Nah, it's not because of that.
You're gonna give me a full shot? That's fine.
Is it like good, like we have something, or no?
No, it's good. It's good.
Okay.
He may or may have not been a little bit somewhere else inside his mind. He might have been going through it. He might have had just a little bit too much. Yeah, I don't think he remembers. When you're so far gone, you probably don't freaking remember these sort of things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what he was doing, but I was calling him an alcoholic because Ludwig literally called him an alcoholic.
Mango is like an alcoholic. Mango can drink 30 beers and act the same he does off no beers.
Not gonna lie, that's kind of an ass move. If you know that someone is struggling with alcohol and you entice them, like, imagine you're surrounded by your quote-unquote friends and they're all telling you to, like, chug, 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 chug. And then the next day they are like, yeah, no, that guy's a creep. Yeah.
He's a machine of a man.
He said he had 7 beers already today.
So based on these two clips, we know that Mango is a guy that's addicted to alcohol, which is not good. We also know that when he's drunk, he can't really control himself based on Exhibit 1. And from this other clip, we also know that Ludwig, the guy who invited him to the event that's based around alcohol, already knows that he's an addict, which is problem number 1 that a lot of people have an issue with. Because for starters, why would you invite your friend to something that you know is not good for them?
And this is all on top the fact Ludwig's dad died of alcohol while he was young.
Oh. I mean, yeah, that sucks, but like it sucks even without it. Like, I don't know, poor guy.
Imagine having a...
I mean, I'm not going to blame like Ludwig for everything because that guy has to take some responsibility. He went to an event. he drank, he did something fucked up, right? And he got the responsibility, but I don't know. It's weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. Again, I live under a rock and I don't know much about Ludwig, but isn't he like the good guy? Isn't he like the person who did that crazy ass subathon on Twitch? And then he was like, okay, I don't want to stream here anymore, and he turned into a YouTuber and was just doing like a little bit whatever. And then now he's just vibing on the alt channel. He's very inoffensive. Yeah, that's all I remember, that he is like a very neutral, lukewarm kind of person. He's a fake good guy.
A friend that's like addicted to gambling, and then you offer him a free ride to the casino with you. Like, that's not good at all. And of course, since he can't really handle himself when he's drunk, he's going to—
1005 Mango is responsible for his own actions. People are mostly hating on Ludwig for being a snake.
Yeah, that's fair.
either make a fool—
Dude, I can even tell here that that man was not sober. I don't know what he's humping. I feel like that constantly this man is just trying to hump something. But you can tell that sobriety is not the one thing behind his eyes. He's just like, I am there. I am existing. Ah. But we are responsible friends, so we could never expose you to that, right? That would be unhealthy for you.
full of himself or do something he might regret while he's being live.
Bro, this guy is just really like humping things. Like, can you imagine if he has a Dakimakura? I guarantee you that Dakimakura is crusty as fuck. You know that, I know that, everyone knows that. And it probably has a hole with the Donkey Kong plushie in. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That freaking Donkey Kong pillow with like the hole in the middle.
He's being live streamed in front of thousands of people the whole time.
What the fuck?
And the crazy thing is, that's not even the worst part, because not only did Ludwig and
You say EU, he's married. Do you think that married people don't have Dakimakuras? Or that they only do it with their wives? Like, I don't wanna break your perfect view of like husbands, but I guarantee you that it's like, I'm not saying they're doing it with a person, but like, you know, sometimes you get bored, sometimes you accidentally brush against your thigh, and then it's like, boom, might as well, you know? Oh, yes, only with the wife. Okay, fair enough.
invite him knowingly with all that background knowledge and stuff, Ludwig was encouraging him to get more drunk than he already was.
Guys, Mango just blew a .25!
I wouldn't even do that, because isn't it like illegal? Like, I think Twitch has, I don't know about YouTube rules, but like Twitch has this rule that like you cannot be like too far gone or something. And I'm sure that like YouTube also doesn't like it. Yeah, you can't get dangerously drunk. Like, I don't know, after like you start humping the cutout board, I would say that you're getting closer to that level. Bro, 0.25 is like death? Is it? I am actually not sure of what the levels are. Isn't it like a 0.02 or something while you can still drive or something? Okay, so he had drunk more than 7 beers is what I'm hearing. If you're saying that 0.2 is when you need to go to hospital. Okay. Okay. And he went to 0.25? Yeah, I mean, like, you can tell that he's at home, but at the same time, he's not really at home anymore. So maybe instead of enticing him, maybe you should give him a cup of water or something.
Mango just blew a .32.
That is my go.
Hey, everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
They allowed him to drink after the 25? Oh my god. Are they if this is like a common knowledge that after 0.2 you go to the hospital, were they not worried for that man? What the fuck? 0.3 and 4.
0.25 is the maximum you can have in Italy to still be allowed to drive.
Bro, 0.3 and 4 can cause coma. Jesus Christ. Not because he's an alcoholic and has greater alcohol tolerance. It doesn't matter, man. Like, you don't know how healthy his body is. What if he goes into, like, I don't know, fucking cardiac arrest, alcohol poisoning, whatever. He faints. He accidentally falls and hits his head. Do you want to be responsible a person dying just because it was fun to see him hee hee ha ha? It's crazy.
That is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good. That's dangerous.
I love how Ludwig is like, yeah, and the other person is like, no, that's not good. Lads, maybe we should not celebrate this.
Let's up those numbers!
In terms of the numbers that Ludwig kept saying, like
Wow.
0.25 or 0.32, I forgot to mention that at this event, Ludwig had a breathalyzer. You know, one of those devices that the cops have when they pull you over to test your alcohol limit. So yeah, he was using one of those to gauge just how
Yeah, not going to lie. This is not a good look on him. Him cheering on while the other guy is telling him to no, mate, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know. Yeah, it's not.
how drunk people were, and when his friend Mango blew on it, he blew a 0.32. And of course, I'm no expert on alcohol levels and all of that, so I asked ChatGPT, and Chat said blowing a 0.32 on a breathalyzer is extremely dangerous.
Oh shit! Look at that. So 0.08 is the legal limit for driving in most states. 0.15 to 3 considered severe intoxication. From 0.3 to 0.4 is in the range of possible coma and death. And 0.40 and above is often fatal. Shit.
To be fair, he probably drunk before taking the test. You have to wait before doing the test, otherwise your result will be greatly exaggerated.
Well, let's just hope that that's true, because like, who the fuck knows, right? Let's just hope that that's the best case scenario, that he just drank right then and that's why it was higher. But still, he was already a 0. mid-20s, right? Already like in the clip before.
And life-threatening. And just for reference, the legal limit for driving is a 0.08%, which means Mango blew 4 times the legal limit. And do you know what Ludwig's response was to that information?
Dangerous. Let's up those numbers!
ChatGPT also said that at a 0.32 blood alcohol content, you may experience vomiting, an inability to stand or walk, slow or irregular breathing, and a high risk of alcohol poisoning and death. But we all know what Ludwig said.
Dangerous. Let's up those numbers!
Let's up those numbers.
Just saying that a certain Polish man had 1.48 on breathalyzer test. We are built different in that regard. Pokatowies, my record was 0.43 and I was completely fine.
Jesus Christ. Okay, but I'm not sure. Is Mango Polish? Was he born with alcoholism in his family tree? Jesus Christ.
After this is when he started getting really touchy. Mango then got really close to Senna's face, and I guess she got uncomfortable, so she like playfully asked somebody to stand in between her and him.
Put me back. Put me back.
Yo, sorry,
I was seeing in the deepest pockets.
See that shit? No, I'm holding the back right now. I'm holding the back. I'm holding the back.
And even
Bro, we all know what he wanted. He was just like, I'm going to show you the dance of my people. Listen, lady. I will stand here next to you, and you will have to watch me do my air guitar moves.
even though it was low-key, I could definitely see what she was doing. Because I mean, once again, he's a drunk man 4 times the legal limit. Nothing good can come from him being in your face. I also forgot to mention that he did harass some other girls at the event, but because of YouTube guidelines, we're not going to show that.
I got your
Thank
nigga.
you.
I got control. You from behind. Get off me. Oh my god. He's so nice.
God, I wish he would have started helping Ludwig. He's just like, okay, listen, the pretty girl doesn't want to come with me. You're coming with me. It's time. The sex too is incoming. Finally, I will be able to see what all the hype was about. My goodness.
So nicely.
She's like turning around. Wait, what was that? I felt something. My goodness.
The true face of defeat. After this event and insane display of drunkery, Mango was then dropped by his gaming
No. He was in Cloud 9 and they dropped him? Wait, because he was like very drunk on an event? Oh no. Regardless of the tenure of accomplishments, the behavior demonstrated is entirely unacceptable and directly conflicts with our organization core values.
At some point, a responsible host would just call him an Uber and send him home.
Yeah, or just like let him like lay down on the couch or something. We maintain zero tolerance stance regarding harassment or any other form of inappropriate conduct. But I mean, so all this Mango guy did is get insanely drunk, and he was just like walking around drunk. He was just drunk. Keep watching. Oh no, does it get worse?
Organization Cloud9. And I'm not gonna lie, if I got dropped by Cloud9, I would be sobbing.
Yeah, I'm sure
it was a streamer
too.
event specifically to get drunk and F around. What the hell did the morons putting it on think would happen?
We are aware of the recent incident involving Joseph Mango and fully acknowledge the concerns raised by—
Bro, if I would go to an event and I would get really fucking drunk and then they would kick me out afterwards, that would— my morning would be very rough. Oh my god. Was he like— I'm sorry, I don't know Mango. Is he like an esports player? Was he like competitively playing for Cloud9 or something? He's been with Cloud9 since at least 2010. A Smash player. Oh no. Oh, this poor guy. Like, I know that he's the one who drank a lot, but 15 years down the fucking drain just because you got really drunk.
Our community and partners.
Oh, this
regardless
is so
of
sad.
tenure or accomplishments, the behavior demonstrated is entirely unacceptable and directly conflicts with our organization's core values. We maintain a zero tolerance stance regarding harassment or any other form of inappropriate conduct. So yeah, basically he got cooked for how we acted on the event and the stream. And you know what? That's valid. Organizations have rules and he broke them. But do you know who else came out and condemned Mango's actions? Ludwig.
Now that's a snake thing to do. Especially after that you're like yelling, let's pump up those numbers! And the next day you come out and it's like, yeah, no, he shouldn't have done that. That's kind of mean.
The same guy that was getting him more drunk.
So I feel really bad about that. And
yeah, I bet.
Oh, they're not showing what he did to Maya and Emily.
I think that was the pixelated part. And obviously it's not allowed to be shown because he might have done the dance of his people next to the two girls, and it's uncomfortable, I suppose.
you know, I reached out to...
Wasn't it bad? I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't and it was at the same time. I feel like as an organization, as a professional organization, you don't want any of your players to be next to two girls air humping anything, right? Like, that's just a bad look on you. Like, it's obviously nothing bad happened. Like, he didn't touch the girls. They are not hurt or anything, but it's still like, it's like this is like to save face. Yeah. It was sexual harassment. I don't know how to spin it positively. I think what he means that, like, he didn't touch them. Nothing happened. He wasn't aggressive or anything. It was more out of stupidity than actually wanting to cause harm. But yeah, it's not a good look. It's not something that you want to be associated with. It wasn't cool. But my man was blowing such numbers that I don't think anyone was at home at that moment. Like, he was probably so, like, feral and raw, like, monkey brain kicked in, and he was like, I'm gonna dance with this toad hat, you know? Yeah, I don't think he meant it or wanted it. He was just not really at home anymore. Yeah, so I kind of understand Cloud9 too, and I feel for this Mongo guy too, because I don't think he's a bad person, but he fucked up, you know. And this is the rough thing, that your actions have consequences, right? He fucked up. He got fired. What is really not fair is that Ludwig is like yelling that he wants him to get more drunk, and the next day he throws him under the bus
Also,
as
reminder
well.
to all the younger people here, corporations don't really care about their employees. That isn't just in esports. I got fired after 17 years not because of anything inappropriate, literally just financial reasons.
Bro, are you going to tell me that corporations are not actually our families and they don't care about us? And they, at the end of the day, they only care about profit and the stocks and the shareholders? Nah, man. Nah. You can't say that to me. I wasn't born yesterday? Are you kidding? Yeah, man, Walmart family. Hello? I know he fucked up, but I feel bad for him. It was 15 years. You know, I feel the same. I feel really bad for this guy, especially because he was encouraged by his friends. Like, I'm not saying he's not at fault, but I feel like when you're surrounded by people and the people are encouraging you to do something, like you sort of have a trust in your friends and you're like, oh, like they are telling me to drink, so it's going to be all right, right? Like, even if it's not true or not right, he probably was like, oh yeah, everything will be fine. We are just doing this for fun. Those fuckers aren't his friends. I'm very sure that now he understands it, that they are not his friends, that it was probably just for content. I don't know, like, was Ludwig streaming it or like who streamed it, but this was all for content.
To anyone who I felt might have felt uncomfortable and talk to them, but also, and I already told Mango this, I'm no longer inviting Mango to Mogul Moves events.
Okay. That's yeah, they were kind of forming him, and now he's throwing him under the bus that you're like tainted. We don't want to associate with you because you got caught. Yeah, it's not very kind.
Cause like
W accountability. Lol, it's okay. Honestly, thought it was just you getting caught. Man, that's what should have happened.
You know, it's a privilege to go to an event, man. Like, the whole point of an event is like, it's a fun thing to do, have a good ass time. And if somebody appearing jeopardizes somebody else having a good time, that just can't be a thing.
I see where he is coming from, but it's very hypocritical after that clip. We gotta pop
If you have
off
an
those
alcoholic
numbers.
friend that you know is going to get wasted, then there is no way you're not thinking this is going to be content.
Oh, I 100% guarantee you that he was absolutely thinking for the content. I don't think he wanted the guy to get kicked out and banned. I don't think he thought that far. But he was like, okay, we only have him who is willing to go so fucking far to make it funny. And then he's just like washing his hands that like, okay, listen, it's not our fault. It's too bad.
Stay frosty.
Oh yeah, stay frosty, fam.
Now I see a lot of dialogue on like,
the amount of W's in his chat and salutes is actually crazy. Sad but right decision.
broader implications. I'm only worried about my team, my events, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't speak for the Melee community. I'm not like...
So in a nutshell...
Ooh, I don't know, man. It's crazy. Streamers are crazy. You think you hang out with them and you think they are your friends, and it turns out at the end of the day, everyone is out for themselves. It's a good lesson to learn, to be honest.
Ludwig invited a guy he knew was an alcoholic, encouraged him to drink more, celebrated when he was 4 times the legal limit, watched him get kicked out of his gaming organization, and then basically just kicked him to the curb and told him he cannot come back to any events. What a masterclass in snakeology.
It's just business. Oh no. Fuck. It's just business after all. Oh shit. Oh dude, it is just business. It was. Oh, that sucks ass. That quote gets a lot of views. I know. If you would check like Google Trends for that quote, there would be a nice peek.
Bro, that is absolute cinema. And luckily, a lot of people on Twitter also see what's really going on here, with some people tweeting out Ludwig used Mango for content and then threw him in the trash.
True.
Scumbag invited him to a drinking event when he knows how he gets. Ludwig has always been a spineless grifter, by the way. This should come as no surprise. And just saying, I want to make this obvious, I'm not saying this is solely Ludwig's fault. Of course, it still 100% falls on Mango, because at the end of the day, he's the only one that's responsible for himself. However, I also feel like Ludwig is a terrible friend to Mango.
I'm sorry, and
I don't think that he's a friend. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
he thought he would be the funny type of alcoholics.
Yeah.
The difference between drunk people and alcoholics is that it has become a problem and not in the funny way.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like when you're a content creator and you're a big content creator, it's not that you invite your friends, you invite other content creator that is worth making content with. Like, just because they deem you worthy, it doesn't mean that you are their friend. It means that you are some sort of use to them. Yeah, whatever gets you the most clicks. Like, they see that, okay, they can use your clout, they can use your name, they can use your whatever in their event, and they look good, right? And as soon as this Mango guy became not useful to him, he just like tossed him under the fucking car.
I'm gonna say this again. Ludwig,
Techie, you're going to flip your fucking PC if you keep hitting the thingy. Also, wife the wife beater.
you are just as at fault
at the
for what
fucking
happened on
screen.
that day when you invite your friend, a known alcoholic, to your party where you will know that his weaknesses, that his vices will be there, and you don't get him kind of drunk. You get him 4 times past
He's not wrong, but I am so worried for this fucking monitor. I'm just like, he's just like, da, 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 da.
the legal limit. Double blackout drunk, near fatal levels of intoxication. You point the camera at him. You say, good job, do more. And then you don't make sure he's okay at all. The guy could have died, guys. And I think it's a joke that we're not making the proper people be accountable here.
You know what? Even if WestJet says he's 37, I still agree with him. But back onto the topic, the situation got so bad on Twitter that even Mango's wife started tweeting.
Oh no, Mango had a wife. Oh right, you guys did say it at the Ducky incident.
About it, saying things like, hope you enjoy your grace for
Wait, I actually want to read it. I thought that this guy would read it up, but no. Come on. There you go. Since I'm not bound by this shit as a civilian, Ludwig, I fucking watched you on stream asking for Mango to take shots. Of course your teeny bopper view bitch ass wants to pretend that never happened. People were vomiting at your event and you never once decided to pull the plug. You not only encourage drinking, you also love the downfall of your friend as views for funsies. Hope you enjoy your grace for banning Mango while encouraging him to get fucking wasted. Fuck you, lad.
Saying things like, hope you enjoy your grace
Yeah,
for banning
that's fair.
Mango while encouraging him to get fucking wasted. You lud. And
Word for word, I need to do a shot. Where is Mango? Yeah, bro, if he streamed it and there is evidence of it, it's kind of a cunt move. Not gonna lie. Capital K cunt.
a bunch of other tweets that aren't very friendly towards Ludwig. And shortly after this, I don't know if she took down her account herself or it was banned, but her account isn't online anymore. And I'm not gonna lie, seeing all of this play out, I can definitely understand.
Ludwig executed the wife account. Dun dun dun. Account ban? What, you think that like Ludwig's people like reported it? Mass reported? Ooh.
Understand why they have this hate for Ludwig now. Because
I don't know, man. Like, it's the wife. If anyone has the right to be angry, I feel like it's the wife. Oh, even Mango tweeted, C9 dropping me, probably getting banned from tourneys. Fucking shit, man. No one to blame but myself, but man, never thought I could hit this low. Probably won't hear me for a while. I'm sorry, everyone. Wish I was better. I had it all and fucking tossed it in the trash can. Oh, dude, that's like... Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. I actually love what he wrote because it really does feel like that he understands that he fucked up. But it actually kills me that people like this who actually understand, they don't get a second chance. Yeah, he realized he made a mistake and it's all gone. That's so sad. I feel so bad for him. And especially, like, it's hard to blame him fully to 100% when he already have been struggling with this problem, right? You understand that even if you have this problem, you have to go to events. You have to be blending with people. You have to not be a pussy because then they will not invite you next time, right? Like, yeah, he went too far. He thought that he can hold it, but... Oh, this is so sad. Lot set him up. It does kind of feel that way, doesn't it?
Because essentially, Mango's life has been ruined. He got dropped from his organization and he got banned on Twitch. And the person encouraging...
He even got banned on Twitch? Was he even streaming? Or... Oh, it must be because of the girls, isn't it? It must be. Ah, oh, shit. So he can't even come back? No, but he got perma-banned. It must be because of the girl part. It's not because he was drunk, it's because of the girls. The perma... Dude, that sucks. Twitch bans even for off-stream actions. Oh, that's right. Right. Thank God that I live an awfully boring life.
Encouraging him to drink, which is Ludwig.
Blood is not even banned. Well... I mean... I guess... Technically, he did nothing wrong, but it was his event and his platform.
Alcoholics soften barter with themselves to allow them drink a little, but it's never a little.
Yeah.
It also banned him.
Yeah, it like, even if he wouldn't gotten a perma ban, maybe just like a warning ban, it would have been nice if they entirely decide to get rid of Mango.
From coming to any of his future events, while at the same time now distancing himself from Mango, basically acting like he had nothing to do with the situation, even though it was all live streamed. So let me know what you guys think down below, if Ludwig should take accountability or if this is completely on Mango. And for me, I think it's a bit of both, but definitely be sure to put your thoughts down below. And
I think it's definitely on both. I blame Mango for drinking so much when he knows that he cannot stop. But I also blame the quote-unquote friend who is telling you to drink some more, you can do it. Oh, you need more shots. And it's like always cheering you on.
Cinema.
Yeah. I don't know, Mom. I think it's almost 50-50. I don't know if it's 50-50, but it's definitely... I'm gonna be honest with you. Mango's... part in this maybe feels, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the right word, so don't at me, but Mango's part maybe feels more innocent in this. Like, he didn't want to do anything bad. He was encouraged into going too far, into a bad decision, and Ludwig seemed to be very aware of what was going on, and he was trying to tempt the man successfully into something you know, that is obviously really bad. And then he just fucked up because he was just so out of it because he was like drunk as fuck. I think it's just a bit unjust that Lud heavily encouraged the situation, earns off of it and gets none of the punishment and walks away unburned. I don't think he's going to walk away unburned. I think there's a lot of people talking about it, and a lot of people will have a very different perception of him right now. Like, yeah, of course, YouTube is not going to clap him, or Twitch is not going to clap him, but a lot of people will be like, oh, yeah, he might not be that good guy that we thought that he is. Yeah, but how much will that affect him? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I don't think that, you know, the internet always does what the internet does, and they start bullying. I don't think that's the solution here. I don't think that bullying is ever the solution here. If it would be up to me, I would lessen Mungo's punishment. I feel like that man is going to go through hell. I feel like when there is redemption, or they are like repenting for it, you should always give them a second chance. But whatever the fuck I know. I just feel really bad for that guy, you know? I don't even care about Ludwig. I just really, really, really feel bad for the other guy. Unfortunately. He even has kids. I think Mungo is banned for 14 to 30 days. It's not like perma like people said. If it's 14 to 30 days, then it's alright. I think that would be fair. Like, you know, you fucked up. Here is a bonk. If it's a perma, then that sucks. Hopefully. He deserves a sober comeback opportunity. Yes, exactly. I feel like that, especially with situations like this, it's so hard to go against alcoholism. If you see someone who is trying to fight it, you have to give them the opportunity to do better. Like, you gotta give them the chance and the platform to try to do better, because otherwise what is left for them? They lost their sponsorship, they lost whatever they were doing. You know that that's straight up into a one-way street, and that doesn't end anywhere else but in the cemetery. You gotta give them a reason to come back. And I think Twitch and YouTube and everyone should support that. I don't expect Cloud9 to take it back, because they are probably like a soulless corpo and they don't want to deal with it. Although, I think it would look really good if, like, Mungo would go onto like a redemption arc and just be like, hey, I have been sober for this amount of time and I don't want to drink, and C9 would take it back. I think it would be a good look, but I don't expect the company to have so much compassion, so I don't think it will happen. But it would be nice, you know, in an alternate universe where people are kinder and people care about each other. It could happen. It's a pretty crappy situation for Mungo to be in. Lud should be ashamed of his enabling. He doesn't care enough. I think Lud should be ashamed for flipping so quickly. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, he didn't seem too fazed about the entire situation. He was just more like strictly saying that, oh yeah, this was unacceptable, so I'm not inviting him to anything. Like, he didn't take accountability at all. Did he even say sorry? I didn't see the entire clip, just a snippet, so I can't fully say. But I don't think so. I don't think so. He was probably more scared about protecting his own image than caring about his quote-unquote friend's situation. Corpa PR move? Yeah. It's a very inhumane sort of thing, you know? He said he had nothing to sorry about. Well, I may or may not disagree with this one, but it's just business. Cutthroat, man. Listen, lads, if there is anything you guys can learn from this, is that content creators are not your friends. Okay? Like, they are just simply not. They all down for the della. Business, but they invite friends. It's scary. Like, you know. Noted, who's not a friend? No, I'm your daddy. We already talked about this. Please, pay attention. Nope. Not friends. I'm daddy. So if not friend, why friend-shaped?